Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel, and we're going to talk about something that a security company called Positive Technologies have found in Intel CPUs. Now, it's been more than 2 years now since the Spectre and Meltdown flaws kind of shook the world. Everybody got surprised. There was some security flaws within the Intel CPUs, and then we noticed that a lot of that was also extended to AMD and to even ARM CPUs. And of course, what we had over time is mitigation and fixes that would make this almost impossible to exploit. Well, we learned today, March 6th, 2020, that the researchers of Positive Technologies found a new vulnerability that affects Intel CPUs that have been released in the past 5 years. It is a vulnerability that is pretty much impossible to detect, and it is, of course, Intel did confirm that it exists, that it is there. And what is it all about? Well, Intel actually implemented something that is the Converged Security and Management Engine, CMSE. And that is found in Intel chips. What it does is, if you've heard of TPM, or Trusted Platform Module, what it does is it actually enables some form of authentication and encryption from the BIOS or the UEFI and chip and silicon-based encryptions. Even Microsoft BitLocker uses that security feature. So basically, there's a flaw in this. So basically what Intel did to try to make their chips even more secure is flawed. So it's not as secure. And it actually is a big flaw in what could be done by attackers, which is even getting around DRM, the digital rights management protections could be actually, the keys, the encrypted keys could actually be found because of this. So this gives you an idea that it's a pretty serious flaw. And, well, there's, of course, a small fix that was pushed to Intel-based machines. Some of you have it in Windows. Some of you of you have maybe received a update, which was kind of a core firmware update. I actually did receive that this week, and I was wondering what it's all about. And now I understand that that update was pushed to fix or kind of mitigate a little bit of that flaw, but it doesn't mitigate it totally. So basically, should you be scared or not? Well, just know one thing, is that for this flaw to be exploited, that person or that attacker needs to have access to your computer. So they can't do it from the internet. And the only way they could do it from far away would be to inject, first of all, a malware that gives them access to the computer in order to do this. So if you're safe, you don't have viruses or malware, from the internet, it's basically pretty much impossible to attack you on this flaw. But if there is access to your PC, that could be actually used, and basically that gives you a very high level of administrative powers. So they pretty much can do what they want, and even steal some information, steal some encryption keys, and all sorts of little details that usually the trust, the root certificates and everything are kind of kept secret there. Well, now they could be actually jeopardized because they could be read and unencrypted. So what I say to all of you out there, because a lot of you are more in the basic form, what does it mean? It means if you have a PC that has an Intel CPU that was made in the last 5 years, you're all affected. I am with mine, which is a 9th Gen i5 which is not even a year old. And that means, personally, on your side, there's really not a lot you can do. The updates are pushed automatically. Be careful what you do on the internet. Like I said, if there's no problems on your PC and you got no malware, it can't really be exploited from the web. But that exists, and an attacker that would have access to your computer could technically, do what they want, starting from there. I'm sure that there will be some mitigation pushed through as time goes by. But there is, for most people, apparently a fix that was pushed. So if you've seen a small update that I didn't talk about, that's something about firmware or core software, or something that's kind of weird, or anything that you see as an Intel update, probably it kind of doesn't fix it, because apparently it's unfixable, but it mitigates it a little bit. So don't worry too much. But there are some flaws, once again, in Intel chips. It seems to be Intel only, because only Intel uses that security feature, the converged security and management engine. It's Intel specific. So let's hope that it isn't too bad or worse than what they say. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.